Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Remember that trade deal I told you about with Trump and the hats? Yeah, that's an actual thing, by the way. The Trump Organization is selling 2028 hats. This is making people freak out. Trump 2028 saying that he is going to run for a 3rd term. He's not going to do this. And instead of getting mad about this, what you should be doing is selling Obama 2028 hats. That's the correct response to this. Obama 2028 hats. That's where you can make some real money. Get on that, Emily. Let's find out if we can get some Obama 2028 hats created and get those things sold. Here's some real news coming out of the Trump stuff. He says he's made a bunch of trade deals, so they're close to start announcing them. If they do start announcing these things, it will be a big win for Donald Trump. It's time for them to do that. They've got to get this information out there. They've got to make this happen. And if they are successful doing that, things may change. Things may turn around.
Number 6.
The Alabama State House passed a record $12.1 billion education budget. There's more money in there for school choice than the Senate put in. This will upset our friend Andrea Alvarez a lot. She said our guest later this hour, State Senator Arthur Orr, she said he was full of crap on social media. So that's coming up. She's a Huntsville school board member, and I believe she tried to dox my kids. She says she didn't, but whatever. $12.1 billion, that's a record. You have $80 million increases to Alabama's education savings account. So that's good. That's more money going into that. That's school choice, by the way. And plus, you've got that money we talked about before where it's going to follow the students, the gifted students, the kids with special needs, the kids who need help with English, kids who are living in poverty. This is about putting the money where it can best be used as opposed to just going, you have X amount of kids, here's X amount of dollars. This is very good. This is a change. It's a big change.
Number 5.
A federal judge has blocked President Donald Trump's executive order on voting that would require people say, I'm a citizen. You know that? I know. It's crazy. It would require you say you're a citizen and prove it. It's wild. It's wild. So Trump's legal setbacks, again, nothing new here. You've got birthright citizenship setback. You've got this voting setback. You've got all sorts of things happening. You've got Trump being sued over tariffs, over deportations. You name it. It's happening, and they are trying their best to fight Donald Trump in the courts because they couldn't do it at the ballot box. And this is kind of weird. It looks like he's going to win all these cases, but it's all about dragging and slowing this down. And it's kind of funny, like, oh, you can't do this. You can't do this. This isn't the president's job. Where were all these judges during the Biden administration? Where were they?
Number 4.
Efforts to reinstate service members, the people I think most wronged during this situation, during COVID, that is back. Yeah, Tommy Tuberville, Pete Hegseth, both showing their support for bringing back the 8,700 service members who were involuntarily separated for not taking an experimental COVID-19 vaccine. And you may remember when all of this was going down, I said to people, if you're in the military, do not take this vaccine. Eventually, you will get back paid. You won't even have to work. You don't even have to work. You don't have to do it. Companies, by the way, are also getting sued for firing people over this. And so that's happening as well. And they're winning those lawsuits. At least they're settling those lawsuits. So you might want to think about that if you were someone who were pushed out in that situation. I wasn't willing to take that risk. But 8,700 service members, Hegseth, Tuberville want to put those people back in service. There are a lot of people that don't. These guys were totally wrong, 100% wrong. Give them their jobs back.
Number 3.
Alireza Darudi's fiancee, Sama Bajgani, derided President Donald Trump's choice to come to the University of Alabama for a commencement speech. She is very upset about all of this and saying that the people in Tuscaloosa and in Alabama are moving on as if the world is just moving forward, and she's very upset with them. Well, she leaves out something here, and I'm glad AL.com finally mentioned this. Judge Gonzalez last week in this case said that Darudi failed to meet the burden of showing he was not a threat to national security. Seems to be an important piece of this puzzle, that we don't really talk about all that much. Okay? He's a threat to national security. That's the point here. And that's why he was denied bond. Boo-hoo.
Number 2.
Really good stuff here. Really good stuff. Now, we've heard that at the Mazda plant, we could potentially see a shutdown or slowdown in some of the production for vehicles that are going to Canada. But both Hyundai and Audi both announced yesterday that they are eyeing shifting production strategies to the American South to counter potential U.S. tariffs on imported vehicles. Hyundai says, we've got a Montgomery plant. We're going to go start doing more stuff there. And Audi says, we would like to start making more vehicles for sale in the United States, and we'd like to go to a place that's already near where we have a production facility. Where is that? Chattanooga, the Volkswagen plant. So that's moving a facility, or at least some production there as well. That's good. That's good tariff stuff.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
All right, is Tommy Tuberville running for governor or not? Somebody get this guy on the phone. Should I just text him? I mean, is that what we need to do? Should we just text the guy and be like, are you running for governor or not? Yellowhammer News, an entity with many questionable employees. I'll just be completely honest with you. They have a guy named Yaffe there. Don't even give his whole name. How do you trust that guy? But they also employ a guy named Dale Jackson. You may read about the 7 things you should be talking about today at yellowhammernews.com. It's how this whole thing started, guys. Well, actually, it's not true. It started on the radio. Now it's there. Anyway, Yellowhammer News is reporting that United States Senator Tommy Tuberville is, in fact, running for governor. Tommy Tuberville says, hold on one second. What is this? What is this? Tuberville says, when I have an official announcement about my future, you'll hear it directly from me. Can I make just a statement here that may get me in a little bit of trouble here? Does anyone know who owns Yellowhammer? The guy's name is Paul Shashy. Does anyone know what Paul Shashy does? Does anyone know? Anyone know what Paul Shashy does? At times he's run campaigns. Anyone know a campaign that he might have run in the past? Anyone know? The Tommy Tuberville campaign? Is that one of them? Is that one? I think this reporting's probably pretty accurate. I'll just put it to you that way. He was back in the state while Congress was in recess. Tuberville told a group of donors at a private event on Wednesday night that his mind is officially made up. Rather than seeking re-election to the United States Senate, he is ready to run his next race in Alabama and serve the people in Montgomery instead of Washington. The real story here is that I was not invited to this private dinner. There's that. So there's that part of this. But an official campaign announcement is imminent in the coming weeks, expected in early May. Some have said May 10th. But this looks like something they are going to be doing. So there we go. He has $628,000 on hand. Tuberville recently reported having $628,000 cash on hand in his FEC war chest as of Q1 this year, which can be purposed towards his campaign for governor in 2026. Is that true? Can you move that money? Is that right? Is that correct? I think that's correct. Wow, okay. That's a lot of money to start with. Well, I'll just tell you that right now. So there we go. $628,000 in campaign funds already. That is a good sign for him. Plus, Tommy Tuberville can have whatever position he wants. If he wants to be the dog catcher in Macon County, he can do that. If he wants to run a casino that doesn't even exist and place it in Orange Beach, he can do that as well. If he wants to be the mayor of Redstone Arsenal, he can do that. This guy's going to be governor if he wants to be governor. The end. Let's take a quick timeout.
Get WBNN's Dale Jackson's 7 things you should be talking about today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.